What's going on, world? We are back. It's KayFabeyBaby, NRW Ring Generals Podcast. I'm Kuya P, and joining me at the side of my ring are my NRW House of Black. I got our Brody King, Mr. Sean Mongo.
Hey.
And of course, our Malachi Black of the House of Black, Mr. Webster Style. All right, gentlemen, and I'm the Julie Hart. But I don't have the hat. I have this hat, but I don't
got
have
a belt. You got a title.
I need a belt because she is the champ now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, TBS champ, baby.
Yes, sir. Although we're kind of like, because I think from her last episode, she's got shine. She's cool, but I think you said it best, and I really liked that you said it because I was curious what was the thing about her. She's essentially the Alexa Bliss of AEW in regards to skills, talented. She's getting better.
She's actually improving.
There's better performers though, I think, at the moment.
Unlike Alexa, I don't feel like got any better. She was just like, they're gonna give me it anyway, so I'm just gonna do whatever.
Right.
Julie, I feel, is actually like pushing to try to improve. I think. Yeah,
and isn't her husband a wrestler too? I think I saw.
Who?
Because she recently got married, and it was like
Julia Hart. Yeah, it's Lee Moriarty.
Yeah, and he's dope too. So I think with it being in the family, that she will automatically progress because it's a family kind of thing,
Right.
Whereas Alexis Bless's husband is Ryan Cabrera, a musician. They don't got wrestling going on like that. So I think the sky's the limit for Julia with Lee. And shout out to them too. Yeah. All right, man. Awesome. New week of wrestling. What's been going on? I've caught a little bit of Raw. I still got to do some AEW catch ups. What do y'all want to talk about? As my man would say, Cody Rhodes. Shout out to Cody. What do you want to talk about?
Man, I don't even know. I don't know where to start. Like, do we start with WWE? We start with NXT. Like, there was a good episode of NXT last night. We got Dynamite tonight. Like, where do we want to start, real quick?
Anywhere.
Well, I guess NXT, I guess we got deadline coming up. We're not going through the card, but I guess the biggest shakeup that comes out is Wesley is injured, has had back surgery. Ooh. So he got took out of that's horrible news.
8 to 12 months.
That's horrible. And then we got Nikita Lyons, who has been out that long, show up last night. But it's going to be Dominic versus Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
What's this, like the third match now between them?
American.
Yeah, for the North American. So, I guess we all feel like they're going to give especially the props they've been giving Dragon Lee. I feel like he's going to walk away with the belt, personally speaking.
I would feel bad if they don't, because come on, you've been propping this cat up. I had to think, Dom was going to pass it to Wes.
I agree with you on that one.
You had to think that it was going to get past the West, but with Wes now coming out, if they don't give it to Dragon Lee, then that just looks bad because you're building up Dragon Lee.
And one way, like I want them, like, I mean, not the avid NXT watcher here, but in one way, I was just like, they got to give it back to Wesley, like, so it can get back on the NXT brand, because right now it's kind of floating around and Dom's acting like a free agent when he's not. But like, I feel like Dragon Lee is kind of on SmackDown because he's kind of aligned himself with fucking Rey Mysterio. Up on the
big leagues now.
He aligned himself with Rey Mysterio, and he's been going against Santos Escobar. So it's just like, if he does get the North American, no matter who wins, like, it's kind of floating around NXT still. So it's not going back to NXT. So I feel kind of weird, but at the same time, I think that story progresses a little bit more if Dragon Lee brings a title back to Rey. And like, it's his daddy's new protege, essentially.
Right.
Like, the guy who's taking over the mantle for Rey Mysterio beats Rey Mysterio's son. I feel like there's a story there, but it doesn't need to have the North American title involved. And I'm hoping they find a way to put that bitch back in NXT permanently and just continue the storyline without the belt. I hope they do it, but I don't see how that's going to happen.
Gotcha.
Now, unless it's somehow make it a triple threat between now and Saturday.
Right. Like, throw in someone else into the mix.
I like that. I like it to get it back, because you're right. Both Dom and Dragon Lee are on the main card. You got to get it back to the NXT cats. And Wesley was perfect, but now with that happening, that's crazy.
What would be hot in this? And I'm looking at the card right now. if it ended up being a triple threat match, and whoever is the winner of the Iron Survivor match was put in that match, because that match is Dijak, Trick Williams, Josh Briggs, Braun Breaker, and Tyler Bate. And any one of them in a triple threat for the North American title will be absolute fire with those two.
Yeah, Trick. Put Trick in there. Jesus.
Yeah, to get him the title back on him. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So that's just my
crazy match
handicapping. Right, yeah, my fantasy handicapping.
I want to talk about the other clip I saw with Lash Legend fucking body slamming Otis. I was just like, bro, what?
What? Right, exactly.
Exactly. What? There's dudes and
I gotta find that
who can't even pick up Otis, dog. And
Patrick, you ever seen that?
No.
Boom!
I gotta find that. Wow.
And like shook the ring, like she bounced on his like arrival back to the mat. Like that's how much force was behind it. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, that was like push her. You know what I mean? Like she is on Rhea Ripley. Like she is stacked. She is Rhea Ripley stacked. You know what I mean? Like that is a good contender for Rhea Ripley, in my opinion. You know, but of course they're probably going to, you know, give it.
I like Metaphor. I don't know if you know who all of Metaphor is, Sean, but Lash Legend's a part of that. Like that would be dope.
Metaphor is. Yeah. No, that'd be cool. I would love to see it. I just think there's like star power there, you know. Same thing with like Jade. Like they just have the look, you know. Like push them, let them go.
Yeah.
You know.
Look, we always say NXT's women's division is a bash for riches and their talent they have. Like they did WWE's future women of their women's division is bright with just the women now they have at NXT. They're doing really good, finding really good women to develop into WWE superstars.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Definitely. Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's like I watched Raw, but I mean there wasn't a lot of oomph behind Raw, in my opinion.
What do you think about my guy, the Creed brothers winning the contender belts, and they got the love from the New Day and everything? I caught a little bit of Raw.
Yeah, they're an amazing tag team. I mean,
tag teams are back, baby.
Yeah, like that's great. Like I love their finishers. I love their combinations and everything like that. They're very entertaining. I just don't want them to push them too fast.
I agree.
Because that's what seems like is happening. It's like they're just a dominant force and they're unstoppable right now at the moment, which is intriguing. You know, usually they kind of do like a slow build. You know, WWE is known for like the slower build up, and this is just seem kind of rushed because now now they're getting a tag. Now they're getting a shot right at the belts, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, damn. Like I feel like they've only had like 2 or 3 matches on the main roster, and they're already getting a belt shot. You know, a title shot. So I feel like the storytelling is kind of like what do you? They're trying to obviously set up something for Royal Rumble, probably because that's what everyone's thinking about right now. Is, you know, what does Rumble hold for these people? So I think they're like scrambling right now to put together some stories, you know, to kind of work with some of the larger overarching stories that's going to be playing out at Royal Rumble, which we know what those are. But yeah, now the Raw started with like Drew McIntyre coming out and giving like this heel promo, and I just thought that was really weird. I don't know, man. He just like, and people are just like, oh yeah, like people are booing him even though he's right technically. I'm like, yeah, but like he's so blatantly trying to get cheap heat. It's bad. You know what I mean? And it's I don't know, man. It's
very awkward. I'm with you. It's weird.
Yeah.
I think for everybody.
Agree. Yeah. And I think they probably wrote off Sami Zayn for the next couple of months because they did like a backstage like attack.
That's what I was thinking too.
Knee. Like they I think they wrote him off for a while. Maybe he's on vacation, taking a break, and he's going to come back at Rumble or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So they did that. I mean, other than that, I mean, like I said, I can't really. Nothing too crazy.
Did you watch the Seth versus Jay? That's supposed to be the big match. I didn't. That's right about where I stopped and fell asleep.
I watched and I saw Seth cut his promo. You know, kind of taking a dig at CM Punk. You know, I'm just like, oh, like this whole weird storyline about like Jay, you know, being in the bloodline and like hashing out with everybody. I feel like it's kind of gotten, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of gotten drowned out.
Yeah,
because all those guys just teamed at fucking Survivor Series, and y'all won.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like so. I'm just like, I don't know. it's kind of gone for me. You know what I mean? Like I'm bored. Bored.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, like been there, done that. Let's move on.
All right. Anything else WWE before we head over to AEW, guys?
This week? Curious. Quick guesses. Where do we think CM Punk is going to land? Do we think he's going to stay on Raw and like feud with Seth, and maybe Finn Balor in the Judgment Day, or do we think he's going to go to SmackDown and start shit with the Bloodline, possibly? Maybe some Bobby Lashley action. I don't know.
I feel like they're gonna keep him on Raw because I think that Seth storyline is what they're ultimately going to do. It's just a matter of what's going to happen in the interim. But I think it would be in their best interest if the plan is Seth for him to be on Raw.
Where's Shinsuke at? Isn't he on Raw?
No, he's on. Oh, is he on Raw still? Oh yeah, he just fought Seth. That's right.
Then it's got to be Raw because they were playing that all up too.
So, now he's feuding with Cody.
So CM Punk's going to be on SmackDown this weekend, and then he's going to be on Raw next week as well. So
I would assume they're
fighting. Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis are fighting. To nab him,
who gets
nabbing the free agent.
Let's get 2 former NWA World Heavyweight Champions in the ring and let's settle it that way.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But yeah, that's pretty much it for WWE, in my opinion.
All right, so AEW, man, what is the hottest storyline there that you guys are into at the moment?
The hottest?
Or the number one? What are you digging right now? What is your?
It's definitely a tie between obviously the MJF shit still playing out with the devil and whatnot. Mm-hmm. The hacker thing's a little weird. The fucking lights black out. Take off the camera as a text pop up. But at the same time, like there's so much speculation on it. Who it is, who's not. Blah blah blah. People are like, oh, Sammy Guevara did the little signs, like held up the signs at picture-in-picture promotions. It could be him. People think it might be Ali because of the Retribution thing. I think it's Kyle O'Reilly. I just read a report that apparently Kyle O'Reilly's backstage the past couple weeks. And
that's great to hear.
He has been like strength training and stuff like that. And he's apparently cleared. It's not really clear whether or not he's cleared to wrestle or not, but he is backstage. So I'm just like, could be Kyle O'Reilly, like I thought in the very beginning. But then it switched over to Ali because of this hacker bullshit. So I think they're like, either they're very confused or they're changing it or they're trying to keep people on their toes. I don't know. And then obviously the Edge and Christian shit.
That's what I just realized. Isn't that on tonight as of this recording? That's the big match tonight. That is Why is it on regular TV? That's like a pay-per-view match.
Oh, because it's in Montreal. They want to fight in their hometown.
Which also makes sense and super cool.
They're not going to have,
but it's a pay-per-view worthy type of event, though. It's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're known for putting pay-per-view level matches on regular cable television.
Yeah.
Because they only have typically 4 pay-per-views a year. That's so true. Like to have to wait, and they just had Full Gear. You know what I mean? So it's just like to wait another 3 months to have this bout when they've been building it up is kind of, it's very WWE-esque, and I don't think they want to go that route.
So what do you think about this match, man?
Which one? Match? Edge and Christian?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I can't wait. Like, I mean, dude, when they were retired, I think it was about like 2000. I want to say like 2016, 15. Like I remember Maki and I would listen to their podcast for hours. Like when we took road trips, we would just listen to their podcasts. And like they were just so funny together, man. And like this is like both when they were like both retired, like from wrestling. And it was just kind of sad. And they'd always talked about coming back and like having their dream match against each other to like close thing, like to have the closure and then have a tag team run again. Like they were dreaming of these things like every episode. And it's so full circle to see that both of them are back wrestling, healthy, in great shape, and they're in a promotion that allows them to do what they kind of want to do,
right?
In that regard, because I really don't think anyone's telling fucking Edge what he can and can't do backstage.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Like I think he's literally just like, hey bitch, I'm the actor, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like, you know what I mean? Same with Christian, man. Like I think that the Continental tournament has been very interesting. I saw some weird remarks of when Bryan Danielson had his first match. I think it was against Eddie. I think it was against Eddie. and he liked a tweet or retweeted something where it was just like, that was like the first like decent match of the Continental Classic tournament or something like that. And I'm just like, why is he liking that? I was like, we had fucking Swerve and Jay fucking White go at it, which was an amazing match, but and like the only storyline really in the Continental Classic right now is kind of Eddie Kingston giving up his belts and kind of, being sad that he's 0-2 in the tournament. So he's like cutting these emotional promos and shit like that, which is great. But like other than that, it's not really a storyline. Like Swerve's in it to win, and I want Swerve to win, but he doesn't really have there's no story for Swerve in the tournament.
Right.
And like I know they're not that company, right? Like they're not the story company. And I've heard rumors that they don't want to be that, and that's fine, but like I need some kind of logic to my wrestling. Right. Like I need, why are these people fighting? Do they have a history? What is going on? Like you can't just give me 5 matches. Oh, these guys are just wrestling to wrestle. I'm like, like I need that story element sometimes. You can only give me so many wrestling matches that don't have a story to them. I'm just like, why are they fighting? Why am I watching this? To see the same moves over and over again, the same spots over and over again. I need emotion. I need feeling. I need something else. I need more substance sometimes. And it doesn't have to be a lot. It just has to be a little bit. Like it doesn't have to be like this grandiose 6-month laid out fucking storyboard. I don't need that. You can keep them short and concise. You can have smaller feuds. I don't care. Just do it. But yeah, so the Continental Classic's been fun. But other than that, I don't know. Storylines.
I have a question about that. How is this tournament working? Because originally, like I haven't kept up with it as much, but originally when I hit tournament, I'm thinking single elimination, and to see people like 0-2, it's like round robin sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a round robin sort of thing. So they have 2 different leagues. They have the Blue League, which I think is on Dynamite, and then the Gold League, which is on Collision. And all of them have like 5 or 6 people, and they all go against each other. They're all going to fight each other at one point inside their own respective leagues. When you win, you get 3 points. When you lose, you get 0 points. So since Eddie Kingston's 0-2, he has 0 points. Since Swerve is 2-0, he has 6 points. So at the end after everyone's fought everyone, whoever has the most points in each league will then fight each other.
Okay.
So the Blue League score leader will fight the Gold League score leader at
highest possible is 15 points. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the whole kind of way they set it up, which is interesting. I like it. It's different. Is
it New Japan-ish? Because I know they do a bunch of tournaments over there. Is it reminiscent what they do there?
Yes.
Okay. Just curious. Okay, yes, thanks.
But yeah, so it's like I said, great wrestling. You obviously know who's not going to win. Like Moxley was not going to lose to Mark Briscoe. There's certain things that are just set up. It's like these people are not going to make it.
Right.
But at least like they're not as predictable as WWE, thankfully. So I still don't know who they're going to have. Like I don't know if it's going to be Daniel Bryan. I know it's going to be Daniel Bryan, and I know it's going to be Swerve in the final. I do know that. And I just don't know who's going to win unless Daniel Bryan, of course, gets injured, which is a very real possibility. But I don't know if you guys saw the update. So apparently they did the Collision taping yesterday on Tuesday for the Saturday show. And then today they have Dynamite. And then they're also recording the Rampage, the Friday show today.
Wow.
So it's getting a little weird how they're doing things, because a bunch of shit obviously happened at the tapings and people took videos and pictures and posted about it. Apparently Bryan Danielson got hurt.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. I think I just saw that when I was getting
why
prepped.
Are they taping I thought Collision was supposed to be a live show.
It's supposed to be. So I don't know why they taped it, but they taped it. And it was just very interesting. So I don't know if it was only a couple matches or if it was the whole thing or what. So it was very intriguing to me. And then of course, now it come out like, the D-Bry fucking, injured angle is a work. It's all kayfabe. So it's just like, okay, but like you guys had to like address that before people even got to fucking see it.
Right.
So like exactly. I really don't like this recording. Like shit needs to be live, man, because the fucking people in the crowd are just connected to social media and it just ruins it.
Yep, I agree.
It ruins the experience. So, but yeah, other than that, I mean, Toni Storm is doing something. She's doing something with her gimmick, which, like I said, I don't understand it. I don't get it. She's killing it. She's having fun with it, and people love it. Mm-hmm. I just don't understand it because I'm not familiar with that material. Like I'm not familiar with that kind of old, actors like showgirl, Marilyn Monroe shit. I have fucking no clue. But hey, whatever. I don't know who comes up and beats her. Mercedes posted a new video. I don't know if you saw that, Kuya.
Okay. Gonna have to find that too.
She posted a video.
Lash Legend check, Mercedes check.
Yeah. She posted a little hype video of her like training in the ring and shit like that, showing that she's like back training. So I don't know how far along that's been, and I don't know what that means. Of course, everyone's just like, "Oh, she's going back to the E." No, she's going to the AEW. Blah 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 blah. I don't know I just want her to have fun, dog.
Yeah, like, right, exactly.
I can see her having amazing matches anywhere she goes. If she goes to Impact, she's gonna have amazing matches. She go back to New Japan,
exactly,
amazing matches. She goes to AEW, great matches. Go back to WWE, she's gonna have great matches. Like it's just Sasha puts on a show. She's a good performer, no matter who she's wrestling. She's gonna make them look good. She's gonna make herself look good, and she's gonna kill it. I really want to see her go against Willow again. Like I think that would really be dope. So I am biased. I do want to see her in AEW. Because I want to see her go against Willow. I want to see her kick Toni Storm's ass. I want to see her go against Chris Statlander. It kind of sucks. I wish she would have got on before Jade left.
Yeah,
I really want to see that fucking match, man. We talked about that for months.
That would have
been
now
awesome.
She's gonna have to go back to E to do it, and it's just like. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Jade leaving anytime soon. If you've been following her, she is super happy being at WWE right now.
Dude, she said, "I have never been at a more professional place."
Exactly. That's literally what I just thought about when I said what I just said.
That shit had me rolling. I was like, "Ooh, the shit, dog."
She ain't going nowhere, bro.
Dude, well, no, like I said, when you go backstage at AEW, it's everyone's spouses and family. They do not know what they're doing. They're like, I mean, now they do. It's been 5 years, so they've got to learn, but they're not professionals. They aren't the role that they're in, like they just got thrown into it so that they can keep family together. I completely understand that sentiment, but also I feel like that's kind of a weird, tricky manager thing of like, haha, you can't leave me because I hired your spouse. And if you left, I'd fire your spouse, on some WWE shit with AJ Lee back when CM Punk left, which I really hope AJ Lee come back for Royal Rumble, baby.
That would be interesting as well.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
She has her own promotion, but like I think that they would let her come back for Royal Rumble and just have like an intro and have a couple cool spots. I think that would be dope.
I don't see why barring her from going, because she's not even a wrestler. She's like a trainer.
It would only put love on them. It doesn't hurt. Wow.
Right.
So.
Right. And she's she's a different name over there. Yeah. She's her actual name.
Right.
April. But
all right, y'all. Wildness, craziness, things going on. We got a lot to catch up on, but a lot of cool stuff happening as well. So next week, maybe some fallout from Deadline. And then we'll also track on. I'm
looking forward to that.
A lot of things popping off, and like what you just said, this weekend, Sean. Things are taped up, so it'll be interesting now once it airs and where we stand with everything that's going down. Come next week, y'all. So we'll be coming back. But for now, short episode, but a lot of fun as well as always. Let's get up out of here, Sean Mongold. What do you got going on? We see the background. Tell us about it.
Hey, we got Snowed In Winter Mix 2023. This is our second year doing it, so essentially we're just bringing back some of our performers that we had throughout the year and kind of doing a summary show, kind of a cozy kickback, if you will. We're gonna have a cool little winter marketplace joint going on, so it's just gonna be a fun, cool show. And that's on December 30th, which is World's End. It's the same day. No.
I love it, y'all.
I'm going to record World's End and I'll rewatch it.
There you go, y'all. Y'all go check it out. It's a fun show, man. I've been to a lot of the amazing stuff that Sean and his amazing wife Maki put together. Such a good time. Can't wait. And my man Webster Style, he and I've been kicking it at Exotica again.
Yes, sir.
The DC show. Tell us what you got going on. I know a bunch of interviews coming from that.
Well, you got a bunch of interviews coming from that this week, next week, and the week after. Just been busy, so I skipped the podcast this week, but you'll get a podcast next week with, I think I'm talking to Randy from Red's Room next week, and I'll go back to some of my Exotica coverage from there. And also just been doing a couple guest spots. Guest spotted over at the podcast, and oh man, it escapes me, but that'll be out in a couple weeks. Getting back in speed with Game Bites. You'll see that coming out soon, and a couple of things as well. Also, you'll see a review of this. I don't know if you can see it in this one. This Xbox themed watch that is picked up. So it's going to be cool stuff coming down the pipe.
Nice. There you go. Sean Mongold, Webster Style. Check them out, y'all. Those cats are amazing. And of course, it's your boy Kuya P. I'm putting work. I got too much to talk about. Y'all know if you're on this channel right now, you see it. A lot of interviews, a lot of reviews going down. I've been watching a lot of movies. Insanity going on. And I now need to get ready to go watch the Iron Claw. Because that's gonna be dope. They just sent me the screener for that, so stay tuned for that wrestling themed. So I'll probably chat on that next week with the fellas about the Von Erichs. All right, y'all. There's been another KayFabeyBaby. We're out of here in a 1, 2, 3. Peace.
You come in my face, I'm gonna fight you. Well, you're not gonna bust a nut anytime we're in the ring. I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna eat your ass like a pot of collard greens, baby.
I'm gonna stretch his ass like it's never been stretched before. You can hide behind that commissioner stuff just so long until I jerk a knot in your ass.
And if you don't think I'm big enough, and you grab a hold of me, and you'll know that I'm growing, my man. Within your hands, I will get as big as I need to be to do the job on you.
All right, just jerk Helmsley off.
There's one part of our bodies that's soft, and it ain't soft all the time, if you catch my meaning. I'm gonna come on you like nobody's ever come on you before. Just you and I getting it on like two men should do.
Oh, no, that fits right.
Boy, I'm coming hard.